Hey ladies, if you are a busy mom or career woman and you are just tired of counting calories and feeling like fat loss is such an impossible goal for you right now, this video is for you. Hey, my name is Teresa, registered dietitian and certified personal trainer. And my mission is truly to empower women to fuel your bodies properly, strength train, and take care of themselves so they can show up better for themselves and for the people they love. So if that's you, I want you to stick with this video to see how I can show you to focus more so on nutrient density with your foods instead of the calorie counting to the T all of the time, to make your fat loss journey more simple and a less stressful and more sustainable process. So let's go on and simplify things in this video. You can absolutely eat more, and that's when it comes with focusing on the quality, and you can still lose the fat in the process. So why am I saying stop focusing so much on the calories? Counting calories can really become this rigorous, overwhelming, and mentally exhausting, especially when you're juggling a family or career goals, personal health goals, and work. It's a lot. So it's really hard to keep track of every single bite for the rest of your life. And I want to really empower you to, instead of focusing on just the number, like the calorie number, we really want to focus on the quality of food. Now, when you choose more nutrient dense foods and your body really feels fuller for longer, it starts having more energy, and you naturally consume what your body needs without the stress of always needing more and more. Now, I will say that I am a fan of macros and tracking those for a while. I do believe that those have a point in time in your journey. Do I think that it's something you have to do for the rest of your life? No. It works for some people, and then it doesn't work as well for others. So it's just something that I use in my practice, but for the purpose of this video, I really want you to focus on the simplicity of focusing on nutrient density if you have found calorie counting in the past very overwhelming. So now we will break down what is nutrient density. I keep saying it, so what is it? So nutrient density basically means that the foods that we eat that are nutrient dense are packed in vitamins, minerals, fiber, and protein. Think of it as getting more of a bang for your buck kind of deal in terms of nutrients. So for example, a piece of grilled chicken and broccoli, not that all your meals have to be that way, girls, but this is just for examples only, will provide far more nutrients than a processed snack bar or a granola bar, even if the calories are still the same. So you think you get the fiber and some carbohydrate from broccoli, and then you get the protein and a teensy bit of fat from the chicken. How we would add more nourishment to that if it were like a meal, you could add something like rice or potatoes, and then like some avocado in there for some healthy fats to make sure you feel fuller for longer and more energized throughout the day, so you don't hit those energy crashes. Now that you know what nutrient density means, now I want to talk about the benefits of nutrient dense foods for fat loss. So focusing on the nutrient density will basically help you feel fuller, which means less snacking in between and less mindless eating. So if you're satisfied after your meals, how great is that? And you don't always have to be thinking about food all day long, especially on those stressful days when the emotional eating can kick in. So the energy boost is something too that a lot of my clients that I've worked with notice. You'll notice stable energy throughout the day. So no afternoon crash or after lunch where you're like, wow, I really need a kick of caffeine or something sugary to keep me going. That with time and consistency, as you focus on nutrient density in your fat loss journey, will diminish that afternoon crash. It will. It truly will. And also too, another great benefit of focusing on nutrient density, so focusing more on whole, minimally processed foods that you're filling up with, this can really help with that hormonal regulation in your body. So like that is super key in managing fat loss, because a lot of fat loss, there is a hormonal component to it. Of course there is. That can really help with blood sugar stability, how the food affects your cycles, things like that. Now that you know the benefits, I want to go through now, how do we implement this? How do we choose nutrient-dense foods? We have our key food groups. When we focus on whole, minimally processed foods, we want to start with lean protein. So you hear I talk a lot about protein on this channel because I think it's so great for women's health, and oftentimes women are under eating protein on a daily basis. So you want to start with your lean proteins like chicken, fish, turkey, and you can throw in some plant-based options. I really like sticking with whole quality animal source proteins myself and for my clients. Then you want to add in plenty of colorful veggies for that fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, all those things that keeps our body's homeostasis going, So, and then we want to round out your meals. So we have the fiber component from the veggies, the lean protein, and I'm not forgetting about the carbs, ladies. Do not omit certain food groups. And now I'm going to go into the carbs. So we want to round out that meal with carbs like quinoa, rice, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. You could do I love doing brown rice pasta. Regular pasta sits well. We can work that in, and it can make that so much easier for you making meals for your family. And that takes me into meal building made easy for the busy woman that needs to feed you and your significant other, things like that. So for example, at breakfast, instead of a sugary cereal right out the box, sure, it's easy, convenient, you could opt for maybe a Greek yogurt parfait with some berries and some almonds crushed up in there. And for lunch, you could, instead of a fast food option, you could go ahead and make a grilled chicken wrap for at home, and you could make 5 of them for the week to make it super convenient. And a lot of times the whole family loves a good wrap for lunch. The last thing here with this part is protein. Make protein your friend. So protein is the best ally for your fat loss journey, in the sense that it helps with muscle recovery. Protein fuels that lean muscle tissue development.
Now, I am all about teaching my clients how to eat and how to eat more. And you can eat more and still lose fat in the process. How you implement this thought process is we want to focus more on how to eat to fuel and nourish our body rather than what we are restricting and taking away. So the secret is that when you choose nutrient-dense foods, you can actually eat more and still lose fat. That's because your body is getting what it needs to burn fat efficiently while maintaining muscle. With that, now there are pieces to the puzzle here with fat loss. Strength training is a key component to add in, pairing these nutrient-dense foods and focusing with the strength training and daily movement. That will help build lean muscle when it's done consistently over time. Muscle is the ticket to not just burning more calories, but you feel stronger, more empowered, more confident, more capable in your daily life. And oftentimes, your clothes fit so much better, too. The best thing about this, lady, is that you really don't have to sacrifice life. And I can say that firsthand in my journey, fat loss journey. I was not on a rigorous fat loss journey, but it was something I wanted to challenge myself, see if I could see some change, and I did. And I lived life in between. So fat loss doesn't mean giving up family time or dinners or social life. It does not mean that. This fat loss journey, what I want to empower you to shift your focus on is to make choices that fit into real life, and you can eat out, enjoy the food, and stay in the game and make your body feel so good in the process with that mindfulness and also intentionality with the choices you make on a daily basis with your movement, your stress management, your food intake, and your sleep. So with all that being said, I want to give you guys some practical tips that you can take away from this video, specifically for the ladies out there watching this. First off, talk about making meal prep simple. Now, this comes down to batch cooking a protein and a veggie ahead of time is a lifesaver. I do this and it saves so much time, and I oftentimes will batch cook a carb source too. So if it's, I'll make up a bunch of chicken in the crock pot, and then a huge sheet pan of roasted veggies, and then some sweet potato and regular potatoes roasted in the oven. And I batch cook that and put those in separate containers. That way I can just divvy it out throughout the week for what I want. You have to make it easy on yourself. The other thing is to think about is quick swaps. So how are we going to swap these like high sugary snacks? You got Pop-Tarts, you got cookies, you got pastries, you got everything in the pantry, especially if you have kids. I don't want you to have to omit that from your life. You do not have to never have those again. But maybe it's something where you have some more nourishing things available, like some fruits on hand that are sitting on the counter, apples, bananas, oranges. You could have some nuts in the cupboard that are like prepackaged snacks that you can just grab and go, throw in the purse. I always opt for real food first, but you know, if you have to have some protein bars or a protein shake that you just need to grab and go on those really busy days, that can be an option. Boiled eggs in the fridge and having like already chopped veggies with some Greek yogurt dip, something like that to have it ready to go. And my last tip here for you to take away, really truly want to have you hear me out on this. I want you to focus on not having so much guilt over the food choices you make, over the fact that you're doing this for yourself and wanting to eat better, move better for yourself and your family so you can show up for them. Remember, taking care of yourself is not a selfish act. Is not a selfish act. It is necessary so that you have the energy, you have the focus, you have the spirits and the good vibes to throw around for people and yourself. So the more energized, more nourished you are, the better you can show up for your family and yourself in whatever career goal you have. Just think about that. Let that soak in without the stress of guilt. The better you can show up for yourself and the people around you. Now, with all of that being said in today's video, ladies, you deserve to feel strong, energized, and confident in your body and in your choices on a daily basis. You do not have to complicate it. Focus on the quality of your food, fuel your body, and watch your fat loss goals become easier to reach. If this video resonated with you, I want you to take what you need and leave what you don't today. And if you'd like to hit that subscribe or hit that like button for more sustainable nutrition and fitness tips to help you become that strong, confident, energized, do-it-yourself kind of woman and showing up as you are, remember, fat loss is possible, no matter how chaotic or busy your life seems. Make it easy, make it simple, and get rid of that complicated, and we're going to throw in the simple, and you will be in awe of how you can actually feel when you just make it simple. So stay strong, stay nourished, and I will see you in the next video.